In the beginning, Suzanne, Al, and I met here in November, and we were looking through sculpture books, and we really loved the way that Henry Moore breaks up his torsos into pieces. But we didn't necessarily want to do a torso. And then out of the woods came my husband with this. Everything came together because we had our inspiration. The jawbone of the beast. This is the tooth of the dragon. And we worked and we worked, and it became clear this had a Celtic, Nordic myth kind of feeling to it. I made runes. As I looked at that jaw, I saw the shape of the Viking ship, and I knew that we were going on a voyage together. And I knew that we had to have that shape, and one of the things that Suzanne came up with was the three of us.
Then on my seed piece and my inspiration, I started just working with clay with not much in mind, but it ended up being a little semblance of three figures. So they're not defined, but I did incorporate the tooth shapes in the top, and I have them each facing a different way, which I think represents that we've all come from different places and different backgrounds. It's been more of a stretch than I can even tell you for me, and it's led me to some other wonderful ideas lately, so it's been very exciting to be part of it.
These are the three pieces that I have done. This is the one I initiated. This is the one that I did to go with Juani's tooth. I've always been fascinated by ideas of, from children's books of a dragon with a single tooth. And so,
primarily steel and oak. Came from getting the metal very hot with a torch, and then just taking the metal and pulling, twisting it while it's red hot. And this will go in here. It's going to fit right on there, and that will in turn go into the wooden part. It's not finished yet, but you'll have to come to the show in September to see all the finished pieces.
This box basically is going to have a bag. Right now I'm going to glue everything together, and it's going to bend hopefully without breaking. What I'm doing is putting little biscuits, like a seamless piece without any holes in it or any nails. And then it will be one more exchange to another artist, which will do ironwork or painting or some kind of other piece, and we'll put his type of artwork next to mine.
A book, and it's a book of possibilities with just one part of the forward to the forward page, which is a representative of the three mediums in this book. It's bending, it's twisting, it's heat, it's finishing, polishing. I mean, it's a variety, a hint of what's going to be going in the book. Collaborage was an excellent project to bring two different artists, multiple artists together with different medium technique skills and their own creative input.
Leather's such a really cool medium in that if you have an idea, don't get too hung up on it because things change once you start working with it. So what we're going to do, we start with a vegetable tan leather. Once you get it cut and wet, then you just start stretching and moving until the material's dry, so you have to work with it for quite a bit. But once it's dry enough to hold the shape, then I'll let it air dry after that. And that's roughly what the piece is going to look like. So we'll see how the two pieces mesh together, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm excited about it.
The music was the starting point for me, you know, and I think we've got the feel of music from the bass clef, from the shape of these.
For example, I did the clef, but she said, how about doing some rest of the music? Okay, well, I'll add the rest. So it is a much more collaborative work, instead of saying, this is my part, now you continue. I think we are much more democratically.
But there's more communication.
Exactly. I think we are putting much more of our own ideas in it, don't you think?
We slide your piece this way over the hole, put it in the hole, and then turn it in place. Then it will fit, right? It was very
You hope.
But what I thought might be neat is to laminate them all together cut out the shape that I want, and then carve the hollow into it. I love, Pascal, how you've made it look like it's windblown.
You have to bring the light
I
to
know.
it.
And I call it United. There's 3 rings, there's 3 of us. All 3 of us come together and we create.
So I incorporate fabric or threads or whatever it is, cotton or silk and things. That's where I will say collaboration deeply. They are both single and they are all. Riyad's my son, Jason is like my son. So I said, when are you gonna get married? And he said, never. I create a bride for you. How about that? So we they started the plasma. Riyad is almost expert in using plasma cutter. He just like cuts and creates and makes things like that. So out of just cutting shapes and curves and things like that, and I will dress them. And here is the femininity of it is my collaboration.
We all have individual skills that just work together so well. I mean, not only our skills, but our communication. You know, none of us have really had a conflict with each other. It just flows, whether we're creating a piece of artwork for a show or just to create. Everybody puts their sense into it, and it always comes together. So
the grasshopper just walked straight up into the flame and withered up.
Barbecue.
See? Why?
Seems like a long 8 seconds.